which now that I've started therapy and I've talked more to my psychologist, like the one who recommended therapy, that I do it, now that I understand more of the reasoning behind it, it makes sense, because I don't want to get my surgery and be afraid of food. And it just seems so unhealthy to me when getting weight loss surgery is supposed to be like a pivotal moment in your life that is healthy and good things will be coming from that. You literally just go to Mexico, and I know you do like a little bit of lab work and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. Like, therapy isn't required. To work on your past trauma isn't required. To work on your food issues isn't required. And I just find that to be strange. And I don't exactly agree with that, because, you know, the reason why we need weight loss surgery to begin with is because we have problems with food. And I don't want to go into surgery or get out of surgery and be afraid of food. That sounds scary to me. It sounds like setting yourself up for failure type style. And I definitely don't want to put myself in that position. I feel like getting it here in the USA, unfortunately, the process is longer. It is more expensive, but that process is going to make you be successful. And I don't know, I've just gotten so many questions of people asking about that, and I could talk a lot more about this. I could be very long-winded in this subject, because I feel like going to Mexico for someone who is like a food addict is probably a bad idea, because of the lack of requirements and help that you need to put into yourself before you get the surgery. Like, I understand that sometimes, you know, you have to do what works best for you. And since it is cheaper in Mexico, I understand why people choose that. But I just don't think that it's good, because the more I learn about weight loss surgery and the things required to get it here in the USA, like, it makes sense. It adds up. I truly feel like after weight loss surgery, if you're afraid of food, if you're opening a snack cabinet and you're feeling fearful that you're going to eat that food, or you're afraid for when you're allowed to have that food, then you didn't put enough work in yourself before surgery. And that is why I'm going to therapy now. And that is why I'm getting this shit figured out now, because I don't want to be put in that position. I know after surgery, it's going to be really hard. Therapy is still going to be needed. That is so freaking important. It's not even funny. I don't know. It's like for me and how I feel, getting weight loss surgery in Mexico is like throwing someone who's never been around lions and tigers into a cage with them. But then doing it with the requirements, the therapy beforehand, is like you actually become a trainer for those tigers and those lions. So I don't know. That's the best way to describe it. And the reason why I would not get weight loss surgery in Mexico. But I'm not like knocking anyone who has done it, because every single person who watches my videos watches every single one of my videos. So that's why I will add like little clips from the past, even if it's just from last video. I actually, just a few days ago, started a class online, or a course, a course, same thing. And it has been a lot of fun so far. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I have been doing a lot of writing for it, and I'm just following the instructions that they say. You know, loose leaf paper, which I already had a ton of, but I didn't have certain things that I also needed, like dividers. So next bag, I got some maxi dresses. So here is a gray one. Literally just gray. And then I actually got a like snake bite one. Snake bite. Okay. I used to have snake bites. If you can see the dots, the holes next to my lips. I meant to say snake skin. This is cute. I really hope that they fit, which I'm sure they will, because I've gotten these in the past, just different colors and stuff, and they do fit. So next box. So this is a binder. It's also what I needed for class. to just put my little dividers in. Last but not least, I do notice that something is missing. I got 3 maxi dresses and I only have 2. So last but not least, I got some gel pens. So 120 of them. Unique colors. So I am a little disappointed because the binder is broke right here. It's not too bad, but I got my little tabs or whatever you want to call them. Look how pretty they are. I love them. So I was adding all of my paper and the stuff, you know, I've already done and stuff. And I realized it's also broke pretty bad right here. This is unfortunate, but it's okay. It's okay. So I think this is like the first binder I've ever bought off of Amazon, and it's a bad experience. So I don't think I'll ever be doing that again. So this was sent to me by a subscriber, if you guys remember that PO box unboxing. And I actually got the gel pens specifically to color. So I'm going to do the A first. They do all have like, you know, D for Daisy, I for Iris. I'm not gonna follow that. I'm just gonna color it the color that I want to, instead of like coloring it the color of a tulip or the color of a lilac. I'm not gonna do that. So, oh, there's 2 A's. Does that mean there's 2 B's? Oh, there's 2 of each. Oh my God, wait, maybe Feline can color too. That's neat. Alrighty, so I finished. I wanted to do this one like super colorful, no theme. I mainly just wanted to see how the different gel pens worked, because some are glittery, some are metallic, some are not. So yeah, I think that's the worst one I've had in a very long time. So just to open up a little bit more, trigger warning, panic attack symptoms. Mine usually consist of massive hyperventilating. That is like the main big one for me. But this one, which, you know, this used to happen back when I was like 18, 19, when my panic attacks first started. Like, my body does not know how to react, and my jaw, like, it doesn't lock up, but it clenches so bad that I just can't even move my mouth, and I'm like hyperventilating and drooling. This is really hard for me to talk about, to be honest, especially because I just feel so worn down by it. But I feel like more awareness needs to happen when it comes to like panic attacks and anxiety and stuff. I've tried to open up about it in the past, and I still remember a quotable moment that people still quote me by.
Like, not being able to control, like, depression. It's like all those things, like not being able to control your mind sometimes, or your emotions or anything. It's one of the most scariest things in the world. I feel like I need to actually share this, because I need people to know that, like, mental things is scary.
Even though a quote came out of that, my anxiety is very real, and my anxiety / panic attacks are very real and scary. And I think what is the craziest is like everything could be going right, and anxiety just decides to mess that up. So yeah, there's no comment of the day. There's no being interviewed by you. There's no PO box. There's none of that in this one. I know I'll wake up and I'll feel better. I mean, now that the attack is gone, I already feel better, obviously, but it's like that what's the word? Residual aftermath effects. So yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you guys are doing okay. If you feel your mental health.
I was just wondering, how long were you and your girlfriend dating before you decided to move in together?
How long were we dating before we decided to move in together? I think it was like, oh my God, I'm so bad with timelines. It was like a couple months, I would say. And thank you so much for the question. Wait, this is low-key kind of fun.
Hey, Amber. Okay, so what is the one video in your entire YouTube career you absolutely regret posting? I'm super curious because I have a lot of old Facebook, old Instagram photos I regret posting and
Relatable.
Tumblr posts, so quite curious. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much for the question. And that is honestly totally relatable because I have a lot of Facebook posts from like when I was like young, like 20, 21, where I no longer think that way, feel that way, am that way. So I totally get that. But I think the biggest one that I regret posting video wise is without a doubt me sharing a past relationship that I was in. I regret it more than like probably anything I have ever done on YouTube. Okay, so we're gonna do one more. This might have to be like a segment that I keep because this is low-key fun. So you guys have to let me know if you like it. I do get a little nervous though because it's like, oh my God, what are they gonna say? Okay, here we go.
Hi, so first of all, my English is not that great because I'm from Germany, but I wanted to ask if
your language. What is a language? Your language actually sounds really good.
your mom supports you with your weight loss surgery journey and what she thinks about that.
My mom does support me with my weight loss surgery journey. She actually brought up weight loss surgery to me first, and this was back when I was 18 years old. So it's been 14 years. God, I'm old. I'm literally 32. So it's been a hot minute, but yes, she does support me. She wants me to be happy and she wants me to be healthy. Obviously, like, surgery is a scary thing, so I know she does worry about that, but she does want to see me succeed. So that was honestly really fun. I enjoyed that. I could make a whole video. I could probably sit here and do this for hours. So the next thing I want to talk about is, I know you guys hate when I talk about books. There are a portion of you who do like to read and there's a portion of you who don't. So I try to keep these really, really quickly in chapters. It's not just like an easy little tiny description. It's like gruesome details, and it's been hard to read because it's like, I don't really like reading stuff like that. If it's just like a little segment, I'm fine with that. But it's just like constant and continuous. So this has been hard to read. I might DNF it. I don't know though, but I am going to start reading this because I noticed that this book is putting me in a massive reading slump. So I'm going to read Leave the World Behind by Rumin Alam. So that is my book update. I know people were very interested in what I thought of this, and it's disgusting. Honestly, it's gross. Okay, so next update is people always ask, like, are you gonna go back to college? Like, if you did go back to college, like, what would you do, etc., etc. So if you guys don't know, I actually did go to college. I only completed a year. So let me explain. I initially went to college because I wanted to be a teacher. It's something I wanted to do a lot, like especially when I was younger. So when I ended up going there and saying, like, you know, I want to be a teacher, they kind of talked me into, I feel like it was massive manipulation now that I'm like older and like looking into it, like understanding the time, but they manipulated me into doing criminal justice. They made it seem like I would be really good for that because like I was in foster care. So like I understand some of the like ins and outs of that and stuff, and just like who I am as a person. They made me believe that like criminal justice was like the right answer for me. I don't know why. So I was majoring in criminal justice, and it was a year into college. I ended up having to move across country, and I think it was like super hard for me because like as much as criminal justice wasn't my passion, I loved college. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was so fun. Like I put my mind to it, I set goals, and I did the damn thing. and I had all A's. I got 1 B, and I felt like I got an F. Like, I really, really was like on top of things. I just loved learning, and I loved my classes. And one of my classes was actually psychology, and I had never felt such like passion. It was my favorite class. I loved every second of it. I did not want it to end, and unfortunately it did. But yeah, I ended up moving across country, and I stopped going to school because of that, because they did not have the college that I was going to, and they did not have criminal justice near me. But it didn't matter to me, because I realized that criminal justice, A, was not my passion, and I just did not want to continue down a path of like major college debt if it was not my passion. So I decided that if I was going to go back to school, it was going to be for something different. And then I slowly started to realize maybe college isn't for me. So I ended up never going back to school, but you know, it's not going to cost $30,000. So you do get like a diploma, a certificate after you complete this class and you pass it or whatever. So I'm enjoying it so far. So that is something I wanted to update you guys on, because I just feel like I want to be more productive with my time, and I want to do something that could possibly, you know, put me in a better spot in the future, because I just feel like I need to learn more. I need my brain to be in motion, because I feel like it's just like mush. Like all I ever do is just like YouTube. And I feel like I just need to put like my time and energy also into other things that could be good for me. So yeah, that is a little update for you guys. So I'm like really excited. I've already learned some things, and I've been able to like see some of the things I've learned like within myself, or like people around me, or situations in my life. And that is also what like the professor said, is like when you learn, and the things that you're going to learn, you're very much instantly going to see those things all around you. And it's been interesting, because I've been able to like learn a little bit more about myself, and parts of it feels like therapy. I'm not gonna lie. It's so weird, like, because it really just dives deep into like situations, and this professor like makes it to where like he wants you to like think about yourself a lot of the time, and just like the world around you, and like the experiences you've been through, etc., etc. So yeah, I've been enjoying that. So I just wanted to give you guys that little update. So obviously in every video I want to have a P.O. box moment, so here it is. Alrighty, so we have an Amazon box here. Okay, so do we have a letter? Yes, the letter says from Aliana. I hope I pronounced her name right. And she sent me Montreal steak seasoning. So random, but I love the random. I do want to request, don't send me food items, and I mean that in like the nicest way possible. I appreciate everything sent to me, but I don't want anything like food related, drink related, even if it is seasoning or fiber or protein, like anything. I don't want anything food related, because if I ingest food, I want it to be bought by me. But regardless, I do appreciate the gift. Next is also an Amazon package here. Alrighty, it is a book. Is there a letter? No letter. I also saved the letters you guys sent me in the little Amazon. Yes, I do. This book is called Bronze Age Mindset by Bronze Age Pervert. Okay, I love that. So it's a book about nudism. Thank you for the gift. Okay, so we have one more box, and it is from Amazon. Okay, so it is 2 books, and there is a letter, and it's from Jen. Thank you so much. She sent me The Body Keeps the Score, Brain, Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma by Bessel van der Kolk, MD. Trauma is a fact of life is the first sentence in the back of this book. So I'm actually super excited to read this. And the other book she sent is Weight Loss Surgery Does Not Treat Food Addiction by Connie Stapleton. So thank you so much for the books. All right, so the main part of this video, and what I'm really excited to share with you guys, is I have a massive weight loss surgery update. So I had my dietitian appointment It was just a few days ago. I have one once a month for now. And it's just to see how I'm doing, talk to me about my progress, what more needs to be done, etc., etc. And this appointment, I'm going to be honest, guys. I know you guys hate when I say this, but there is some things that are currently happening, like within everything, that I don't feel comfortable talking about right now. So there is pieces of my journey and my story missing that you guys are not hearing about, but I will tell you, I promise. I'm just not telling you yet. And the reason why I feel like I need to say that is because I don't want to feel like I'm lying to you guys, because I wanted to be so transparent in my whole journey with this, but I just feel like there are certain parts that I want to keep private now because it's going to help me. And that is my goal here, is to help me, and I want to improve. It just made me feel like a big weight was off my shoulder, because obviously, you know, I'm telling her like it is. Like, I was like, you know what? I wasn't on track for a little bit and I'm back on track. And, you know, she understands that. And she was just like, we don't expect you to be perfect. And I don't know, it just made me feel really validated. So, but the really good news, honestly, in my opinion, this is amazing news, because as you guys know, I was told that I was going to have to wait a year for possible surgery. And that was kind of scary for me. And my dietitian had the appointment with the surgeon and all that type of deal. They've changed their minds. And that, oh God, I got kind of emotional. They have changed their minds because, like I said, there is bigger things happening that I can't discuss. And I feel like I keep saying that. I know a lot of people are going to be frustrated with me, but just please be patient. I promise everything is going to be out in the open eventually. I promise, okay? So just understand that what I'm telling you now is because I do want to share this journey, but what I'm holding back is because it's for my well-being, okay? So the new goal is they want me to show progress 3 to 4 months from now, just for 3 to 4 months. They just want to see progress. And I'm glad they came up with that decision, because waiting a whole year is a long time, I'm not gonna lie. And my appointment with the surgeon is coming up, and that's just gonna be more him telling me more, like what he wants from me. I'm hoping he'll give me some weight loss goals and things like that. I'm just looking for more like obtainable, touchable goals that once I reach them, I can just like cross them off type of thing. So 3 to 4 months is drastically different than a year. So I feel very, very happy about that. And I know that I can show progress in that time, because I know that I have strength in me. I know I do. And I know that I got this. Like, I know that I do. And I know it's hard, but it's like, if I'm working towards a surgery that is going to change my life, you know, it has to start with me. And it has started with me. You know, just these last few months has been so stressful. I'm not gonna lie. It has been so stressful, and it's been confusing, and it's been hard, and it's been a lot. I could have done better. I could have done worse, you know. Holly's Enchanted Books, where she does blind date with a book. She does handmade bookmarks and custom bookish art. And she's going to be adding junk journals soon, which awesome. And she has a discount code, excuse me, which is ALR15, which I will put here, and you can receive 15% off. But look how freaking adorable. So literally all you know is what it says up top. So it's mystery and young adult contemporary. This one is matchmaking, mean girls, family business, and finding love with an app. And then the mystery is beautiful island with murderous past. Ooh, 6 gorgeous friends. Seclusion. Okay, I'm dumb. Missing people and murder. Wow. So I'm going to put these on my shelf, and I'm actually not going to even open these, but when I do for a vlog, I definitely will open them when I want to read them. But I kind of like the fact that it's like mystery, and I'm like, what am I gonna get myself into? So thank you so much, Holly. I think this is an awesome business idea, and I am obsessed. So next we have an Amazon package. There's rumors out here that people think that I'm actually sending this stuff to myself. You guys, I do have people who love me. I have people who enjoy me and who support me and who I make friends with. Not everyone hates me. And for certain people, like reaction channels, to say that I'm actually sending this to myself, it's because your community dislikes me. Your community thinks I'm a liar. Your community doesn't think that I have people who love and support me. Whether you're sending me stuff or you're not, you're supporting me and you're sweet and you're kind. Like, people in my messages, unfortunately, they don't get to share that kindness and that support in my comments because people are so harsh. But I'm not sending this stuff to myself. When I buy myself something, I tell you guys, hey, this is an Amazon haul, etc., etc. So it's weird. And it's also like, these are physical people sending me these things so they can just clarify themselves. Like, yeah, I sent that to her. Like, the whole thing where someone sent me like pads or whatever. Oh, baby, do you need some pads? Why would I do that to myself? I just wouldn't. That person was rude and cruel, but like, it didn't get to me like they thought it would at all. And I don't know, y'all just reach. This is a fun opportunity. It's great for my channel. I love actually getting a Braille alphabet coloring book for adults. I'm obsessed. Look how gorgeous. I'm going to color these. Yes, I am. Coloring can be great self-love because it's therapeutic. Self-care, self-love, same thing. I know a lot of people get on to me because I like to color, which is so weird because adults do color. And if you go to therapy, they'll tell you, color, it's good for you. So thank you so much, Teresa. Like, I appreciate it so much for you sending me those. So we have a little blue envelope here. You know me, just sending myself letters and cards. Like, come on. Sorry, I'm a little snappy right now because it's just like, people are a lot. People are really a lot. Ooh, this is so pretty. Look at that. And it has like texture. Okay, let me read this in private. Thank you so much, Cody. I appreciate the card so much. So I'm getting like a lot of packages and I obviously don't want to like do a ton at one time, but me and Feline keep filling this one and we're like, what is this? I swear to you, there's eggs in here.
There's no eggs. I thought there were shoes at first.
Baby, this is an egg. This is an egg carton. I bet.
Shake it around.
Like, if you send me something crazy, I'm able to figure out who did it. Like, there's tracking, there's a whole situation. Like, if you go to the USPS.
I need to know.
Me, like, terrified right now.
I was so fucking right.
Oh my god, I had Feline open, I was too scared. Oh my god, I saw these on TikTok. Oh my god. These are like the craziest shoes ever. Oh my god, this literally felt like eggs. Thank you, Bob and Christina. I'm sorry that I thought you sent me an egg carton for funsies. I have seen these shoes on freaking TikTok. Wait, I have never been more excited. I actually wanted to try a pair.
Too.
You have?
I have?
This looks like something you'd wear around the house for sure.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes, like comfy, cozy. Wait, I'm gonna try these on like right now. Wait, these feel so cool. Thank you. So I still have tons of other stuff to open for you guys and stuff like that, but we're just doing this like, you know, a few at a time because I don't want to bombard anybody. But thank you guys so much. Like, I could just make like whole video. I could just make like whole videos, obviously just dedicated to this, but I like, you know, sprinkling it. And you know what? Wait, I'm too excited. I need to stop talking. I'm gonna go try these on. I'll be right back. I have packaging stuff all over my dress. So, you guys, it literally feels like I am walking on a pillow or something. You want to try them, babe? You guys, low-key, damn, my hair is a mess today. Low-key, those shoes are comfy. Like, for around the house, hell yeah. Thank you. Okay, you guys, so I actually had a few people ask me if I've been exercising. That is why I like pen to paper. Not everything has to be technology based. Alrighty, so here it is. Here is how I did. W stand for whole and S's stand for separate. So whole just simply means instead of counting one rep as one punch, it just means one rep is like both your arms. Same with like the leg kicks, but I do high knees separate. So that's just what that means. But yeah. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to, okay, got a little fuzz. One of the main reasons why I wanted to talk about like my exercising today is because I wanted to talk a little bit about like, I get anxiety exercising. I get really bad anxiety, sometimes like verge of panic attack, and that's scary for me. And I know what is causing it, but I don't know how to stop that anxiety feeling. So what is causing it is rapid, like heart, just your heart beating quicker than usual. It's not beating above beyond what it should be. It's at a really good rate when I exercise, but I correlate my heart beating really, really fast with anxiety and vice versa. Anxiety makes me have a really fast heart rate, but then me having a really fast heart rate gives me anxiety. So it's like this like vicious cycle. Obviously, that anxiety is not stopping me from exercising. It just doesn't take away that feeling. I actually hate it. And I don't feel like it's irrational because obviously someone my size, like your heart beating fast is a scary feeling because being the size, your heart has to work more than the average. That's an obvious thing. So I wouldn't say it's really irrational. So usually if something irrationally gives me anxiety, obviously still hard to overcome, but it's more so like I'm able to be like practical and rational and be like, girl, come on now. But with something that isn't irrational, like I feel like this is actually pretty rational that I get anxiety from that. I think that's what scares me more because it's like, okay, so you have a reason. So is that reason true? Is your heart really okay? Is it about to combust? It is what it is, but it's not stopping me from exercising. Everything that I am doing is totally fine. It's nothing too extreme. Obviously, I'm not gonna like overdo it. Although there are times where I'm like, damn, like ouch. But that's just like if I'm using my muscles more than I normally would. So I just feel like I'm rambling, but really that's the reason why I wanted to introduce, like, yeah, I do exercise and yeah, this is what I do. But this is why I don't really talk about it because it doesn't bring me joy like it would other people. Everyone always says exercise lets off certain, you know, endorphins. It makes you feel good. Not me. Nope. So I just don't want to like persuade anyone into like not exercising or like whatever, like, because exercise, I'm not going to get into it, but I will say there have been some developments. I do have my appointment with my team, including the surgeon, coming up, and I'm so excited. I think things might be different. I don't really know, but as of right now, they want me to do 12 sessions with a therapist. I can do 2 sessions a week. I can do 1 session every 2 weeks. So obviously, the quicker I do it, the better. But it's not just up to me, you know. Yeah, I actually officially have a new psychologist and I'm really excited. I asked the psychologist who originally approved me for weight loss surgery. I'm sorry, this is gonna get confusing because there's a lot of professionals and I try to give you guys what I can. I ended up asking him, I was like, you know, do you recommend any therapists or psychologists? Anyone good? Anyone that you feel like would be a good fit with me? And he actually sent over 6 and I chose one. I called and I made an appointment. So my appointment for that is also coming up and that'll be my first session. So depending on how this session goes is going to be a deciding factor for me if I want to do 2 a week or if I want to do just 1 a week or how I want to do it. Obviously, I feel like I don't want to be too extreme and do it twice a week, but we'll see. I definitely don't want to do it every other week because obviously I want the weight loss surgery like sooner the better. So I can either get this done in a month and a half or 3 months. And to me, either one of those options is actually really good. So there is something else I want to mention because people are asking like, why don't you show your food? Like what you're eating? And you guys heard me be a little snarky over there when I was showing you what I had for lunch today. And it's because people judge. It's like so harsh. And it's like, this is a moment for me where I just feel like the judgment is like, it makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong, even though I know what I'm doing is right. People are expecting me to be on the pre-op diet. I'm not on the pre-op diet. I'm not approved for weight loss surgery, so I'm not on the pre-op diet. People are getting really confused with that, and I think that's becoming like frustrating to me because it's like people are expecting me to like be eating like the tiniest amount of food ever, and I'm just like, no, that's not what this is. That's not the plan they have me on. That's not what my dietitian wants for me. That my dietitian tells me if I'm doing something wrong, if I'm doing something right, what she wants me to do. And having 2 eggs and 2 servings of Spam, and I had the calories because I physically had the nutrition packet right in front of me. And there was people with the audacity to say, no, that's like 900 calories. Like 1 serving of ground turkey is like 250 calories. And I'm like, I have the physical nutrition packet right in front of me. Like, I know how to count calories. I'm just an idiot who doesn't do it. Like, that is why I need help, because I didn't do the right things. And I never do the right things for long term. And that's why weight loss surgery is there, is to help people like me. But it's just exhausting. It's so exhausting to like, literally, I feel like I am talking to a wall. Obviously, I don't mean that towards everyone who's watching me. I'm talking about the people who are just so reluctant on finding me in a lie or seeing if I'm like eating the wrong foods or the right foods or all this stuff. And I'm just like, what? Like, it's just crazy. It's just like, focus on you. Honestly, focus on you. Like, stop comparing. Every program for weight loss surgery is different. And I've learned that the hard way. But I've also learned that the good way. Is that a saying? Probably not. Because I feel like what is happening for me is happening for a reason. And it's just like, worry about you. Worry about what you're eating. You know, I don't show what I'm eating for judgment and advice. No, I don't. I don't need it. I have professionals for that now. And people are constantly saying, follow professionals. I am. That is why I'm here. That is what I'm doing. And I'm not on the pre-op diet. I think that's what people are getting super confused with. I'm not supposed to be just eating these tiny portions. That's not what they told me to do. Honestly, my lack of being transparent with what I'm eating is simply because I don't feel comfortable at all. And I don't feel safe in that. So I'm just, gonna show when I want, when I don't want. It's gonna be rare. Like, I would love to come on here and show you guys more of what I'm making, what I'm eating, what I'm doing. It's just, I don't feel comfortable. And I'm only gonna share what I'm comfortable sharing. That doesn't mean I'm off track. That doesn't mean I'm gaining weight because I'm not telling you guys my weight. I'm not telling you guys my weight because I do better when I don't do weigh-ins. Like, every single time I've lost a large chunk of weight, it's because I did not talk about my weigh-ins. When I lost 106 pounds, it's because I stopped doing weigh-ins. I stopped talking about my weight. Everyone thought I gained weight. And I came on here and I said, nope, here's your proof. And that's happened a couple of other times. And it's just like, I do better when I don't have to like prove myself to people, because that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to prove myself to anybody. I feel like the people who get angry and annoyed that I'm not showing my food or my weight or whatever it may be is only because people want to pick apart those things. It's not because they actually care. They just want to pick apart what I'm doing. And I don't want that. I'm not in that type